Okay, my friends, if you're seeing this video, there's a message somewhere in here for you. I just pulled some cards, and the first ones that come out were clarity and illumination and truth. So there is something that needs to come to light that you may not be wanting to see. There may be I'm hearing some blankets you're putting over, some wool that you're pulling over your eyes, you're letting something go, but there's something that may have happened recently that has got you going, okay, this is actually what this means. Like, I don't want to say what this means, but let's just get into it. Let's pull some cards. I don't normally read from my love decks, but for some reason with this one, with the clarity and the illumination, some kind of truth needs to be illuminated at this time, because maybe you're not wanting to see it, or maybe somebody's actually shown a side of themselves to you that you were like, dang, I was really hoping that wasn't true, but for some reason there's a lesson that you learned from this, and it will never be forgotten. So whatever it is that has been illuminated towards you, whatever this truth is that you've been illuminated to, it's been part of your soul contract. This is something that you've been having to learn. This could be a repeated pattern that you've been experiencing over and over and over again, and the universe has been like, hey man, like, come on, I want you to get this, but you're just like, no, I don't want to listen, and I see the red flags, but I'm just going to ignore the red flags, because I'm really see what is the word that I'm looking for? Oh my goodness, I just lost it. You see the good in somebody, but they don't tend to bring that good out all of the time, and I feel for a lot of the collective at this time, that is what's being illuminated to you. You are seeing the truth on something. You are actually taking away something that is going to bring in more clarity, more truth, more love for yourself, because it's a lesson that you're not going to forget. It was one that was hard to learn. That's why you've repeated it over and over again, but it's one that you're not going to do again. And somebody is holding back a secret. Somebody hasn't told you everything. And possibly it's yourself. Maybe there's something that you are afraid to say. Maybe you're afraid to speak to this other person, to say, I've really sat back and thought about all of this, and I'm really starting to see things from a different perspective, and I honestly don't think I can do this. I don't think this is right. I appreciate all that we've gone through. I respect you as a human being. I expect you to respect my wishes, and I feel that at this time that things aren't gonna work. You don't want to hide anymore. You don't want to hide. For some, I'm feeling maybe there's something that you've had to keep to yourself, and that's not the road you want to go down any longer. Let's see what else comes in. Yeah, it's an understanding. You see the side of the story now. You see where this person, this situation is actually coming through. Things are coming to light. And it's like, you're starting to understand. Oh, it's funny because the understanding card come in too. You're starting to understand that you need to honor yourself in order to move forward with anything in your life. And because you've always kind of put the blinders on and stopped yourself and moved forward with, jeepers, that word keeps slipping my mind, but the possibility of where things could be, you're starting to see things from a different perspective. You're starting to understand things from a different perspective. You're seeing how, this, whatever the situation is, whoever this person that you're dealing with, this is definitely a soul tie contract. This person, this journey, this experience is something that you've been meant to go on. And for some reason, you've always felt some kind of a connection to this person, but you're starting to see how, maybe they're not quite at the same page as you are. Maybe they're not quite that far along in their journey where they're ready to let go of their own fears and start to gain some clarity and be truth. But you need to know that no matter what the choice is that you decide to take at this time, it's because you're taking it from a place of being true to yourself and loving who you are. Okay, I'm going to pull from this tarot deck and see what comes from this. You're seeing a different side of the person, like a different side of the story. You're looking back and you're reminiscing and you're thinking, okay, like I've experienced this, but Now I'm starting to understand, you're starting to understand a little bit as to why it is that things are, that makes sense, why things are happening. Yes, the Spirit definitely says take from here, because they're throwing cards at me like crazy. Yeah, you're speaking your mind, and you're speaking your mind, and this speaking your mind is actually something that you're not normally used to doing. Usually you're tempted into just stay quiet and stay small, but you know what? This time you're like, no, like I no longer want to stay in this space of lack. I'm hearing, because this Queen of Swords, she's holding up and she's saying, I'm done with that. It's a new way of being. It's a new way of thinking. It's logically being in your place. And you have the Fool, which actually came out upside down, which to me, when I see the Fool in reverse, it's telling me that you are ready to take a leap. You are ready to take something forward. Like, the Fool is all about taking a leap and stepping forward into something new. But when I see it facing the future, you are ready to take things to a different level. You are ready to take what you have learned, all of these things that you have learned, the story that you've been illuminated to, the clarity, the truth that you've been giving, and you're ready to take that to something more, to something more. Okay, this is the Six of Pentacles. This is all about giving. This is all about moving into a new space of being able to receive, and receive abundance, so much abundance that you can actually share and not feel like an overburden, you know, not, oh, sorry, maybe I should kind of, but not feeling burdened, you know, this experience, this lesson, this journey that you've been on has been teaching you something, and that something is to trust in your own self, to trust in the balance, to know that everything is going to work out just the way that it's meant to, because you're meant to be happy. You're meant to be in this 10 of Cups, but you just have to let go of the fact that, you know, maybe this person is on your soul tie. And if they are on your soul journey and you decide to let them go at this time because it's not something that you feel is working for you and your higher self, just like they always say, if it's meant to be, it'll be. And if it's not, it won't be. You need to trust that. You need to trust that, especially if you're trying to manifest something so beautiful into your life, which I really see that you are. You're not like you're not walking into it blindsided anymore. You've things have been illuminated. You know, the truth is being held. You're holding your own truth. You're trusting the clarity that's been coming through. You know, this person has definitely been a hard lesson for you, but it's like, no, not anymore. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to take on this journey. I'm ready to, like the Pentacles is all about stepping into a new form of safety, prosperity, abundance, growth, security, you know, and it's very hard to be in that place of security when you have been in such a place of disillusion, right? So that is why things are being illuminated to you at this time. And they're saying, just give yourself the balance. Balance out the good and the bad, okay? Not everything is going to be easy. It's not meant to be. This lesson that you're on at this time, oh my goodness, I'm telling you, it is like a journey of the soul, okay? It is a journey of the soul. It is a journey of truth for yourself, of believing in who you are and believing that what it is that you desire desires you back, and you don't need to people please and keep yourself small. Trust the signs, trust the things that are coming through when you sit back and you really honestly go deep within yourself and ask the questions, because the clarity is being given to you, my friend. It is being given to you, and it is being given to you so that you can illuminate your soul and be happy and trust in your emotions again. It's all about wanting to start something new, and the something new is within you. The something new is within you. You're moving towards this new, and it's okay. It's okay to trust. All right, my friends, I thank you for being here, and I know that there's a message in here for somebody. Take care.